Timcos men lag bar quertimant, lan goris nesnessa crofer sota dado, in affadi, lan gor dallata, loal masculag lo lescuta sculag. Parmenio fral, gordatema stmeri frasati, dad silolella, lor kipel, skog sodri grag, pretrag nada sodal, despu dos nanidicra blel.
Tell me, am I a daughter of love? Jinto, look ahead.
What? Is that the Gosroth?
That's right. You see, it's much bigger than this ship is.
Wow. It's huge. Immense.
So, you noticed.
Well, it's tough from a distance, out in space. See, you've got your extrasensory system, which makes a difference. Well, don't look that way. Not with pity. It's just one way we humans are different.
Yes, you're right. And therefore, I'll allow you extra time to observe it.
Thank you, you're being very kind.
The Gosroth is one of the Empire's superior spaceships. It has a length of 12.82 west stage.
Is that all?
It's smaller than a frontline battleship or transport carrier, but you won't find another vessel with more battle power within all the Empire or within all inhabited space.
I'm sure you're right.
What's wrong, trainee? Why don't you knock off the horseplay?
I was just showing His Excellency the Prince the difference between our ship and patrol ships.
What are you talking about?
We're here.
Thank you.
I'm just doing my job.
Can I see you later?
The residential area is limited. It's possible we'll bump into each other.
Oh, well, see ya. And thanks for bringing me here.
I had fun.
Glad to hear it.
We are very pleased to welcome you aboard, Your Excellency. I am Captain Lekshu of this ship Gosroth.
The Obs do introduce themselves when they see someone for the first time. I'm Prince Jinto of the Count Lin Xun Rock Hide. I'll be depending on you to get me to the capital.
You are in good hands. Let's prepare for launch.
All engines are stable.
The ship's pressure is normal.
Preparations are now complete.
Approved to pass through Sword by the state of Count Varosh. We must pass through within 6 seconds after 1527 and 12 seconds our time.
The ship is now prepared for departure.
Excellent. Accelerate 6 daemons. We're heading for Sword Vorok.
Changing course to 1762.55.
Acknowledged.
The course direction is now finalized.
Die Ciel.
All the engines are now stable.
3 minutes till we reach Sword.
Space-time shots.
Space-time shot generator stable.
Space-time shots confirmed.
So, we're about to travel through space of a different dimension, aren't we?
That is true.
Oh.
But you won't notice much difference while in this spaceship. There will be no vibration. The only difference will be a shift in color to a dull gray.
1 minute till we reach Sword.
Start the countdown from 15 seconds.
Yes, Captain. "15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Passing through.
Confirm position. Did you know that we are completely unaware of our location, where we exist?
Huh? What do you mean by that?
When converting from space to plane space, we can only assume our position through theoretical probabilities. Are you aware of the term theoretical probabilities?
Something like random guess?
That is quite accurate. Sword frequently presents incomplete spiral curves on the side of the plane space, but we have no idea as to what part of that curve will come out of.
Finished confirming position on the right shore 117 and 90.
Acknowledged. Bring up the plane image for me.
Positioned for transfer at 28 degrees.
Please compute the route. Our destination is the Sword in Sufugnov.
Computation complete.
Acknowledged. I'll just leave the rest to you, Laria. Stay en route.
Yes, Captain.
I suspect the rest of our operation will bore Your Excellency, even if it is your first time.
I'm having some trouble getting used to that excellency bit.
And why is that?
I've got no idea how I should behave as a nobleman.
How to behave?
Am I behaving strangely?
Strangely,
I mean, are feudal lords expected to be arrogant?
sometimes they are forgiven for being arrogant. However, they don't leave a very good impression.
Is that right? Then my behavior isn't so strange after all.
Well, it's better than being arrogant. You appear quite tired.
Not really.
I'll have someone show you to your room. How about the young trainee who escorted you here earlier?
Oh, the trainee. Isn't she also a noblewoman?
She's not.
That's strange. She certainly seemed like a genuine noble person.
Don't you know who she is?
No. Who is she? Someone I should have heard of?
No, given your distinct background, I'm not surprised you don't know of her. Pilot trainee Abariel, report to the bridge at once.
Abrielle?
Princess of the Clouvet royal family. She is the granddaughter of Her Majesty Empress Ramage.
She's royalty? I had gotten quite used to embarrassments over the years, but I had never faced an embarrassment as huge as the one I'm facing now.
What's wrong, Jinto? You're being awfully quiet. And why are you walking behind me?
Well, you see, Imperial Princess,
Huh? I'm not an imperial princess, though my grandmother is the empress. I'm only royal since my father is a king.
Please forgive me, Royal Princess.
If you insist on harping on the fact that I'm related to the Empress, call me the granddaughter of the Empress, even though that's not you, since Your Highness Imperial Granddaughter doesn't sound right, does it?
You're exactly right. I mean, I agree, Your Highness.
Incidentally, when I was born, I was also bestowed with the title and domain of Viscount Paryunu, with my father acting as guardian, so on occasion I am also referred to as Viscount Paryunu. And even more recently, I've been referred to as Pilot Trainee Abrielle. However, I thought I told you earlier that you shall call me Lafille.
Sure. So your friends call you Lafille?
Not necessarily. None of my friends refer to me without a title.
Then why?
It was the first time anyone asked me for my name.
Huh?
It seems as a granddaughter of an empress, I'm well known and everyone knows my name and recognizes me. Instantly, people call you the royal princess. My best friends call me your highness. I sort of envy the other trainees at the institution who call each other by name.
Sorry,
It got even worse when I began to notice that others found it difficult to relax when I was around.
I'm really very sorry.
There's nothing to be sorry about. I mean to say, you've done nothing wrong, have you? You may have erred in calling me Imperial Princess, but it wasn't out of spite. I haven't been brought up to tolerate disrespectful references, but I shall accept any title if it is correct. So call me Royal Princess, Viscount Paryunu, or whatever you wish to call me, Your Excellency Count Prince.
No, I'll call you Lafille.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not insisting that you call me Lafille.
Yes, please, I want to call you Lafille and nothing else.
You don't have to. You know that.
But I really do want to.
How about Imperial Granddaughter?
Oh, this is insane! What do I have to say to have you forgive me, Lafille? Huh? I can sort of relate to that, since I was actually the only flesh and blood nobleman at my school.
This is your room, here.
I meant to ask you, how come there are so many paintings around here?
For decoration. Wouldn't you agree that a warship needs some charm?
But it doesn't seem to match. I'm sure there are pictures more appropriate for a spaceship. Lafille, what feeling do you get when you see these?
What do you mean by that?
Well, you've never seen real sunflowers, have you?
Sure, I've seen sunflowers. The capital does have a botanical garden, and our residence has its own flower garden.
I see. And how about this one?
I'm sure I've never seen anything like it.
So what does that look like to you?
Let's see. Like a scenery in a dream.
Of a place that doesn't really exist?
No, not really. I can tell we initially came from places like this one.
A home you've abandoned.
Our home is now in outer space. We are the only citizens of the cosmos, and we're very proud of that. How does that picture look to you, Jinto? Is that scenery common on land?
No, a scenery like that one is quite rare on land.
Then how does it look to you?
Whenever I see a blue sky like that, I remember my mother who died. I was once told when I was little that my mother had gone to the skies.
Your mother? But aren't you... I thought you were the son of a father. Aren't you the son of His Excellency Count Hyde?
He's my father. Oh, I see. You've heard of a spousal system called marriage, haven't you?
I have. I see. So what's it like for you to live with two parents? Were you sad when your mother died?
Oh, yes. I was devastated.
Oh. You must forgive me. I should not have asked you such a thoughtless question.
No, it's okay. I don't quite remember her death, since it happened a long time ago when I was just a child. Although I do often remember the parents who brought me up.
But that way, you can't possibly have any birth secrets, true?
What do you mean by that? I'm not sure what you're saying.
I had a birth secret. I didn't know whether or not I was a daughter of love. Wouldn't that make you uneasy?
A daughter of love? What's that?
Don't you know?
Well, there was a great deal of material that wasn't taught in the classes I attended.
Do you know how obs are born?
Huh? Well, I do know that it's traditionally not through conception into a human body.
Oh, sometimes we do.
But to examine the genes...
First, the fertilized egg is taken out of the body. Often, it's transferred to an artificial uterus, but some women transfer it back inside them for the unique experience.
Oh, I see.
But it is true that conception normally takes place in an artificial uterus.
To our race, it seems that every single ob has a birth secret. Oh, I did study about it, but the information was completely out of whack.
In what way?
Huh? Well, like cloning yourself to make your own child, or mix the genes of a complete stranger, or even combine the genes of someone of the same sex with your own. In addition, the other person may be a relative. How can you even think of such a thing, huh?
We do all of those things.
Huh?
We should be free to do just as we want.
But...
Yet, the most natural way to make a child is to combine the genes of yourself with the genes of the person you love.
I'm so relieved to hear you say that.
To tell a person that you want their genes is a very highly regarded way to express one's love. And children born as a result of this disclosure.
I get it. The daughter of love, right?
Right. Or the son of love if the child is a boy.
Then why don't you ask your father who your mother is? Just ask him directly. Or is it that your father has...
Oh no, my father's still alive and well. He should be around for another 200 years. Is that what you were assuming, or did I misunderstand?
No, you're right. Why didn't you just ask him?
I did ask him, in fact, but my father would not tell me. He'd say that a child's personality becomes richer when the child has a birth secret. It's not funny.
Sorry, can't you check into it?
No, Regulations dictate that my genetic records cannot be released until I become an adult.
Is that so?
My father was always teasing me.
What?
I'd pester him daily about the supplier of my genes. One day, he said he'd bring home the supplier.
And here's the other half, where you came from.
She was the cat we owned.
You didn't believe that, did you?
What do you expect? I was only 8 years old. I cried all night and day. I grew sick with worry and fear. I'd wonder if my palms would start to swell and become paws, or if I'd start growing claws, or if the shape of my iris would change. Julia was a great little cat, but I didn't want her to be half of my origin. What I also couldn't stand was thinking what a weirdo my father was to have his child with a cat. Hey! Stop laughing!
I'm sorry, but you really don't believe that story anymore, do you?
No. But I still remember those worrisome days. The main reason I entered the forces to become a pilot so quickly was to get away from my father.
Do you dislike your father?
I don't dislike him. I love him, and I'm very proud of him. It's just that, when we're together, he can sometimes be quite irritating.
Hey, I noticed that you've been speaking in the past tense. Did he ever tell you who she was?
Mm-hmm. And she's a woman that I know very well. I know now that I'm a daughter of love.
I'm glad for you. At that time, we had absolutely no idea that a long, long war was about to begin.
The united mankind.
気休めに僕を自由にしないでおくれあの頃のようにうまく飛べる自信がないんだだから今はまだ鳥かごの中
Now, go on, get moving.
LaFille.
Nothing?
Hold on.